Okay, so what we're going to do in this video is actually two things. The first thing is, since we have a fleshed out module, we actually want to test it. And the second thing is we'll explore the business report. So let's first test it by clicking this test button, and you'll notice that we get an error. And that error is because we have an empty rogue action block down here. Now, we can't turn on a Tonkean module without a specific action. So in this case, what we want to do is just go ahead and delete it. And then secondarily, what you can do, since this trigger doesn't have any actions and it's just hanging out here, we can actually click it and just turn it off with this green toggle button. So that gives you the ability to, if you do want to come back and add actions to this, you don't need to recreate the trigger itself. You can just keep it here, but you can turn it off. And obviously you can turn it back on. So go ahead and turn it off, and we'll go ahead and click the test button again. And this will pop up. And if you click the drop down, you should see the email that you initially sent earlier. Let's go ahead and just use that. And we click test now. What will happen is we will be sent to the worker history. Now, the worker history is a log of every single trigger and action that runs through this specific module. And as you can see over here, this is the test item that we just went through, and we successfully sent and asked a question. And now Tonkean is sitting and monitoring all the other actions that we've set up. So if we go to our inbox, we should see an RE sending a test email. And if we click into it, you will see that this is the content that we had initially set up in the ask a question. So first, let's do the simple one, open up Google. That's exactly what we instructed it to do. Let's click on submit a ticket. Now this is gonna open up that Tonkean form that we initially created, and we're gonna ask them, what do they need help with? So let's just go ahead and do HR question because we want to go on the HR route, and I click submit form. Now what's going to pop up is the HR specific questions. So let's just go ahead and do new employee onboarding and I need my checklist. So if we click submit, that will be the end of the form. And if we close out of this and we go back to our email, we want to also test out the replying on the thread. So if I reply to this, Tonkean is monitoring this inbox, and I will go ahead and say, I need more help. Please reach back out to me. So if I click send, what this is going to do is it's going to go back into Tonkean. Tonkean's going to be monitoring, and it's going to add it to the timeline. So if I go back here, you'll see that there's two new actions. This is the form that I filled out, and then this is the second form that I filled out. So if I go ahead and close this, what we'll do is actually go back to the module, but then we're going to go to the report. Now when we go to the report, we'll see that this is an item that we just created, and it has that new format that we selected, where we have the type of question, my name, the email, and the date that has that clean format. And you can also see that there's the fields that were related to this that were filled out with a form. Now, this is the business report. It's not super fleshed out, but think about this as kind of your managerial dashboard. You're going to have a calendar view of due dates. You're going to have all of the items that are important to you or that have specific statuses. And then up here, you'll see these in light gray. These are your KPIs. Now we created 3 of those. So let's go ahead and make sure that those are actually on top of our business report by clicking the 3 dots here, clicking on Manage Fields. And then if we scroll all the way down, you'll see that the fields are here, but they're hidden. So we just click the eyeball on all 3 of those. We will see them on the business report pop up, but also you have the other fields that might be related that you want to see at the item level. So we go ahead and click close. You'll see we have a count of 1 emails, which makes sense, and the HR request of 1, which also makes sense. And you can see that there's a new reply status. So if I click into this, we get the detailed item view with the due date, 3 days from now, the actions, and some more metadata. And then if we scroll all the way down, you will see on the timeline the comment of, I need more help, please reach back out to me. So this is a detailed item view where you can collaborate with your colleagues and set different statuses and have different actions. And this view is completely customizable. But what we've done is we've actually gone one for one and tested the entire module. And the next step is to actually publish this live.